Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini. And what I got for you tonight is I'm going to do a video breakdown here on Brandon Ford. Now, Brandon just signed with Arkansas Razorbacks here in that early signing window. So he's an Arkansas Razorbacks cornerback. I'm going to break him down. I do have some video of him. We're going to watch that here after my PowerPoint. So hang out with me here. I'm going to kind of go through his measurables and just talk about him a little bit, tell you what I think. And then let's watch some video. So come hang out with me and let's check him out here. Brandon Ford. And this is a recruiting analysis of his traits and also a projection. What do I see him projected as in his career at Arkansas? So let's get into it. Now, first of all, I always look at their measurables first, because if you're going to play in the SEC, you're going to play against future NFL players. And so I compare them to prototype NFL sizes and speeds. Now, so you look at Brandon here, he's about 5'11", which is really good. He's 170 pounds. Now, prototype NFL cornerback is about 5'11", 193, and they run about a 4.47 40. So you see Brandon there has really good height. He's underweight at 170 pounds. We'd like to see him gain about 20 pounds and not lose any speed. But the good thing about Brandon is he does have an extensive track background. He runs track in high school. He's been clocked at 11.99 in the 100-meter dash, 24.36 in the 200, and a long jump of 17 foot 8.5 inches. So you see he's a really good athlete. And I could not find a true 40 time on him, but what I did some pretty deep research here, and that 11.99 100-meter equates to about 4.5 second 40, anywhere from a 4.5 to a 4.65, something like that. So, if he's in that 4.5 range, I would say he's, is very good, because you're looking for a 4.47 40 to be an NFL corner. So he's right at that. He shows really good speed. And at 5'11", he got really good height, and that Arkansas has liked that in the past. Now, they're going to have new coaches, defensive coaches, but, you can't go wrong with that. 5'11", that's NFL, prototype NFL cornerbacks height, excuse me. So very good height. Just like to see him gain some weight. Like to see him gain about 20 pounds. Get bigger, faster, stronger, and I think he definitely can do that if he's got the right strength coaches and they're bulking him up, at least 5 pounds or so every summer. I mean, he could be 180 or so by the time this next season rolls around. That would be really good. That'd be a lot better. 170 is a little light right now. Needs to gain some weight for sure. But everything else is really good. Now, here are his recruiting rankings. 247 Sports, they rate him at about an 85, which is a 3-star. I think a 90 gets you a 4-star. So he's a pretty high 3-star there. His quarterback ranking over on the nation, they rank him at about 146th, and they rank him as the 230th best recruit out of Texas. That's regardless of position. Now, his composite scores, when you kind of take the average of all these major recruiting analysis, he comes in about 87, so that's higher than 247 Sports. And that put, like I said, 90 is about a 4-star, so he's right at that. He's a high 3-star. His national ranking, though, in the composite was 1,056, which was, the 247 does not rank him overall like that. Now, his quarterback ranking, they have him at 86 overall, which is quite a bit better than what 247 Sports had. And then his ranking in Texas, his composite ranking is 142nd best recruit out of Texas, whereas 247 had him at 230th. So some wide margins there. Opinions definitely vary on him. I said the 5'11", good speed. You gotta get him. Cornerbacks are such a position of need, and everybody knows how we struggled so much. So, hey, let's take a fishnet approach. Let's get all of them. If they're close to that size and speed we need, let's get them. And hopefully we can develop them, and some of them will come on and be big players for us. So, hey, I have no problem at all with the signing here of Brandon Ford. I think it's a good one. He's right at what we need, and I really like it. I think he's a good one. Now, he went to high school here in Crowley High School in Crowley, Texas. Now, Crowley is a 6A school, which that's the highest classification in Texas. So, he faced elite competition. because that is the biggest classification in Texas. He was a multi-sport athlete, like I was telling you earlier. He played football and ran track. He shows explosiveness and speed through his track numbers, shows that he has good speed, but he's not just a track guy playing football. He's a football player with track speed. And there's a difference there, there really is. He's got natural instincts on the football field. He just happens to be fast as well. And that's the way I like to get on myself, for sure. All right, now let's look at his strengths here. When I watch film of him, I see a guy with excellent straight line speed and acceleration. He has good recovery ability with that track athlete background, which is very important because you're going to get confused. You're going to get beat maybe on some double moves. But he has very good recovery speed. He has fluid hips and reactive athleticism. He plays a lot of real tight coverage. And you see he gets in and out of his back pedal. He turns those hips and gets to running quick. Good job of that. He's competitive in an aggressive playing style. He don't mind to mix it up. He's not afraid of contact or tackling running backs. He's pretty physical. He's aggressive. So I really like that in him, that he's competitive and aggressive. He shows natural instincts in coverage. He seems to have a knack of when to put his hand up, how to break on the ball, kind of reads routes pretty good. He knows whether to undercut it or go over the top. He seems to have really good instincts. Plays a lot of tight man coverage. That's what you see mostly here in this film. You'll see is he's up tight. So that's really good. He's used to doing that, and you don't have to teach that as much. So he's done a lot of that. Now, and also he plays the ball well. You see a lot of corners may just play safe and just tackle the receiver. But you see Brandon, he'll jump in front of the receiver. He plays the ball too, which is very good. We need turnovers, need some interceptions, and maybe he can do that. So I think that's very good. All right, let's look at some areas of improvement. There's not many, to be honest with you. I just think, number one, he needs to bulk up, add strength for these SEC competition, these receivers. His speed is really good because these receivers in the SEC, I heard Julian Neal say, man, these cats can run. They're super, super fast. And so he's got good speed. We got to have that, and then just bulk up for these physical receivers. Press coverage consistency can develop further. I just kind of said that because, I'd like to see him when he's up being tight, do a better job of jamming those receivers with his hands. Let's hit them with the hands, knock them off stride a little bit, be real physical with them. Now, his coaches may tell him not to do that. I don't know, but I would like to see him do that a little bit. But anyway, you're always got to get better in press coverage when you face better athletes, better receivers. And nothing against him. It'll just take a little while to get used to. But he's playing at a very high level in Texas, one of the best states football. So we know he's a good player for sure. Now, how does he fit in Arkansas's defense? We don't really know because we don't have a defensive coordinator. I don't think we do yet. They've been talking about the Roberts guy, but I've had some people on here on YouTube tell me that don't bet on that they don't think Roberts is going to come. He was about to get hired under somebody else, but then he took off and went to Auburn, I think somebody told me. I didn't know that, but anyway, so we don't know for sure. But he projects as a rotational corner with a high athletic upside. He'll come in and he'll rotate in for playing time. I truly think, and he has that high athletic upside, so definitely will get better the more he plays. He will be an early contributor on special teams, I'm sure, especially like the kickoff team. He'll definitely could have a role on that. His speed fits well with our emphasis on man and hybrid coverages. And like I said, I don't really know what we're going to be doing, but as far as defensive wise, we're going to be more of a zone, more of a man. But I would rather him have be able to play man and then not play it. Have the ability to do it, but play zone. Because if you just get a guy that plays zone all the time, it's hard to get him to play man and do it well. So you like to have him that can play man pretty well and then teach them zone. It's a lot easier. But anyway, he definitely has the ability to do both. He's very athletic and love his aggressiveness, and he's just an aggressive player there. So very good for a corner. Now, how I project him, short term next year, sophomore season as a depth corner, special teams contributor for sure. Long term, he's a potential rotational cornerback or starter with some development, And by development, I really mean just needs to get bigger, needs to gain weight, and he will. He'll gain weight as he gets bigger, but also just playing against these SEC receivers, you're always trying to get better, develop, and get better. Now, his comparison style is, I really couldn't think of anybody that just really come out and remind me of him as a corner. But he's just a lean, athletic recovery corner, where speed is his first profile. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know on that, because to me, he's more of a football player with track speed, and saying he's a speed first profile makes you think that he's a track guy first. I definitely think he's a football player first, watching his tape. But he is lean. He's tall, 5'11", 170. He's lean, old sucker, and he's fast, got good speed, recover well. So a really good signee here for sure. All right, so that's all my PowerPoint here. Let's go to the video like I promised you, and let's check out Mr. Brandon Ford here. And let me make this big screen. And there he is right there. You see he had 31 games, he had 91 tackles, 6 tackles for losses, 8 interceptions, and 28 pass breakups. You can see him there. He's pretty lean, He's not real big. Why did that not play? There it goes. All right, here we go. So let's check it out. About 5 minutes worth. There he is right there. You see him. He's up pretty tight coverage there. He's bailing a little bit, but then he reads it, and then he takes the deep guy, so he's in some type of zone there, and then he picks it off. Really good play. That's what I say. He has good instincts, Instead of just coming up and rushing that corner, he stays deep and picks off that deeper pass. Kind of confused the quarterback on that one, because really quarterback's probably thinking cover 2, but then he bails on it, takes a deep guy, and picks it off. So big play right there. Really good play. There he is in the slot. He's getting blocked right. Well, excuse me. Is he in the slot or is he up top? I thought they highlighted the guy in the slot here. Looks like they are, but this guy here is, I think, who it is. Hard to tell. I believe that was him. I don't know. Right there he is right there. He's in a zone for the most part. Good play right there. Hard to see what happened, but I think he broke the pass up. Here he is, real tight coverage here. Good right there, getting your hands on him and fighting through. They're throwing that little pass out. I don't know what, just short. We used to call it kind of like a bubble maybe, which he didn't really run a bubble. He just kind of turned around and caught it. But really good job of going through that receiver and making the tackle there. That's a really good effort there, and great job there by Brandon. All right, here he is right here up tight. Look at him, good coverage right there. Undercuts receiver, picked it off. Great play right there, great play. Here he is down here at the bottom, I think. Going to try to test him deep. He's got good coverage, stick with him. Good play right there, broke it up. Here he is right here coming in and tackle. Good tackle right there. Tight coverage down here in the red zone. Look at that. He's all over that receiver. Very good coverage right there. Very good. Here he is, tight coverage here. Look at him being real physical, that receiver. Takes him down to the ground, then he turns around and chases down the running back. So really good play there. Very good play. Here's that slot corner. Doing a good job. Good size, knocking the ball out of there. Good job. Good job right there. Playing that ball, being aggressive. Doing a really good job. I'll test him deep. Very good coverage right there. He was an excellent coverage. Here he is, real tight. And he cut underneath and knocks it away. I mean, like I say, he's got really good instincts. Really good coverage, man-to-man coverage skills, it looks like. Here he is right here. Very tight coverage. Boy, he's tight right there. He's not giving anywhere to throw that football. He's all over that receiver. Not sure what happened right there. I kind of lost it. But anyway, up top, he's the corner. Trying to get the guy he's covering. Throws it, hits him in the back. Good coverage. It might be pass interference for not looking back, but good coverage right there, not giving up the touchdown. Good job right there of changing receivers, coming up, making a good tackle on that guy, on the running back. Very good tackle. There he is right here at the 3, the 30. Boom, good lick right there. Good tackle. Now look at him, real. There he is, a little bit bumps the receiver a little. Like I said, a little bit more of that. Oh, shoot, hit the wrong button. Hang on, I was trying to rewind that. We go right here. Now here's kickoff right here, like I was talking about. He's kind of safety man right there. And this could be a role that he plays at Arkansas. Does a good job breaking down, stand right with him, tackle. Good tackle right there. Good open field tackle. There he is up top, up tight. And then you have to get off of him and go make a tackle and running back. Look at him there. Here he comes. Boom. There he is. Get him down. Get him down. Make a run of the play. Great job right there. Good coverage right there. That quarterback run it. There was nobody open. We're switching receivers there. Good job. There he is up top. Good job right there, stoning that receiver. That's what I'm talking about. Every play ought to be up there when he's up tight, stoning that receiver, getting arms on him right there. Boy, look at that. That is tough right there. I'd probably call pass interference on that, but that was being aggressive right there. Really like that. Just throwing it up for grabs. Good job there. Good coverage right there. Here he is down low. Gonna try to beat him deep. He's got good coverage. Here we go. Probably one more last play here. Tight coverage. Good getting hands on him, being physical. Good coverage right there. Good job. All right, I believe I'm going to stop it right there, guys. And like you see, you see a corner here, really good height, really good speed. Does need to gain about 20 pounds, But, a very good signee here. We need as many corners as we can. Like I say, hopefully one of them will show up and play really well, one or two of them. And, that's the old approach that they used to do back in like the 70s, where like the University of Texas, they'd sign a recruiting class of 200 kids. They'd sign everybody who they thought could play, just so the other teams couldn't get them. And for sure, you want to get this guy. He's got most of the tools. Hopefully he'll develop and become a really good player. I think he's going to. He's been in pressure situations before, and I think he'll be just fine. So I really think Brendan Ford's a good signee, and so really excited about that. Really excited. And guys, that's about all video here. I just want to, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button and then hit that subscribe. You know, I have video on just about all of these recruits we just signed. So you type in their name on my YouTube channel and you'll find video of them right away, a breakdown I give of them, and then some video to watch with it. And so we'd really be happy to have you again. Thanks so much for spending time with me, for watching, and just like I say, once again, please hit that thumbs up if you liked it, and be a subscriber, and then click that bell too, so you get notifications when I make new videos. And because I'm trying to make a video every day, and football and basketball both, and then I do baseball too. So got a lot of good stuff going on in the Arkansas Razorbacks athletic department, and I hope these Hogs keep rolling. And basketball wise, and then football, I hope we keep getting these recruits. You know, we still need to. We got you know, portal coming up. Then we got you know, we'll have the other national signing day, I guess. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. I need to cut it off, quit rambling. But anyway, good recruit here. Brandon Ford, good player. You know, 87, high 3-star. Good job here. Like the guy a lot, and definitely a position of need. Corner is a position you need a lot of good guys. And that's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for spending time with me. And as always, go Hogs.